Alright guys, so this is the practice video I made based off of the 4 Non Blondes What's Up guitar lesson. Man, that was such a great song. One of the songs to me that every time I hear it, it brings me back to 1993 when I think I was like 9 years old and I was in the 3rd grade. Wow, man, that was long ago. Anywho, that's a great song to learn because it helps us practice our chord transitions. So let's practice a little bit. All right, so if we're going to learn that song, now that song is pretty much the same thing over and over and over again, like I said in all the 4 Non Blonde What's Up guitar lesson videos. So let's turn that into a practice sesh or a guitar lesson. You know, something that we can learn from. The chord progression for the song is this: A, B minor, D, and then back to A. These are all basic chords that you should know. When you start to learn to play the guitar, especially if you follow my teachings, these chords are all part of the 15 chords you absolutely must know in order to know most of modern music or most of the songs you want to play. Now let's say you really want to play that song but you're struggling with that chord progression. Instead of focusing on the strumming patterns, what you can do is you can just focus on the chord changes. Let's do that first. Make the A chord accordingly right here, okay? Push down really hard. Now go through and arpeggiate each string. That means we play each string individually, making sure that it rings. So, all right, my A string rings, my D string rings, my G string rings, my B string rings, and my E string rings. I strum through it, it sounds awesome. Okay, now let's go to the next chord, which is the B minor. This one's a little bit trickier because it's a bar chord and you're using your pointer finger to bar those strings. Now a lot of you are probably like, oh my gosh, this is the hardest thing in the world. How do we play bar chords? Well, I have a couple tricks I'm going to show you. Number one, first of all, when you play this B minor chord, start, instead of barring your entire pointer finger over the strings, just press down on that 2nd fret on the A string, okay? That's all you really want to worry about. And you can even just play those 4 strings, the A, the D, the G, and the B. You don't have to focus on all those strings, all right? What you could do is press down on only that note for your pointer finger and then have the pad of your finger right there just touch this E string and it'll mute it. I can do this in place of the full chord. You see what I'm getting at? Make it easy and then we'll build off of it, okay? This is the base for this chord, and then if you can bar it with your entire pointer finger, that's just going to help you even more. It's going to sound better. So this right here, these 4 strings are just the base for the entire B minor chord. Ultimately, you want to get to a point where you can bar that finger down there and hit all those strings on the 2nd fret, except for maybe that low E string, except for that E string because that's not part of the chord. But A all the way through E, that's eventually where you'll want to be. And one other thing you can do too is see how I have my pointer finger on my bar chord right now? I can move that higher up. So I'm moving it higher up, and that makes it incredibly easy to press down on all the strings on that fret. Listen as I arpeggiate that B minor chord. And even sometimes I have to remind myself and practice these because they don't always ring perfectly. That's the hardest chord that we'll come across. Now we go to our D chord. That's a pretty easy one. All my strings can ring nicely, and then we finish on that A chord again. And they all seem to ring great. Now let's talk about transitioning between those chords. Let's not even think about the strumming pattern right now. What I want you to do is make an A major chord right here. Okay, so push down really hard, make sure all those notes arpeggiate, and now push down as hard as you possibly can. Okay? Take your fingers off the strings, You can actually see I've got pretty good skin built up on my fingertips, but that actually even kind of hurts my fingers. Take your fingers off, shake them around, put them right back on there. Try it again. Every single time you should practice to make sure that when you go to that chord, they all ring right off the bat. You'll get good at it as long as you practice to make it perfect every single time. Really focus on making every note ring in the chord. Okay, so we can do that a couple times. Now let's go to the next chord, a B minor. So we're going to fret a B minor. Okay, they all ring. Very good. Take my fingers off, put them back on. I'm going to push down really hard, really hard, really hard. I can do this as many times as I'd like. Okay, I can do it for 5 repetitions, for 3 repetitions before I move to the next chord. It's just really good at building finger strength and also helping you make your chords sound absolutely gorgeous. Let's go to the next chord, D, okay? D's only 4 strings, the D through the E. They all sound good. I'm gonna push down really hard, take my fingers off, shake them, put them back on there. Okay, let's do it one more time. I'll put them back on there. Uh-oh, my pointer finger isn't pushing down. Hear that right there? It's a little bit muffled. I'm gonna make sure I push my pointer finger down a little bit harder. That's better. We're gonna make it sound perfect. And then back to A. If you guys are having trouble remembering what chords are what, like when I tell you, okay, make a B minor, I had a few videos ago where I talked about the 15 chords you need to know. Go find that video. There's a free handout if you watch the video that you can download, and it'll give you chord diagrams for all those 15 chords, which are included in this song. So you can print it out, keep it right on the ground, and look down, and you can remind yourself what each chord is. Chord memorization is huge because if I tell you to play this chord or that chord, you got to know what chord I'm referring to. Okay, so we've done some chord changing practice, and you can do that as much as you'd like. The more, the better. Give your fingers a rest if you're really struggling with finger pain and your fingertips just bleeding and really hurting. Take a couple hours off, come back to it later. Only maybe do 5-minute sessions of practice and then put the guitar down, go do something else, come back later. Consistency is everything. Stick with it. Now let's practice the strumming patterns. Now the strumming pattern for pretty much the entire song is down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, over and over and over again. What you can do is you can play along with a metronome and you can play to the metronome with that strumming pattern. So let me turn on the metronome really quick. 1 second here. Here we go. All right, it's like torture, okay? If you have roommates, they're gonna hate you for this. Just gonna warn you right now. So we're gonna play along to the beat. We're trying to build rhythm right now. Let's find it. You can tap your foot along with the beat. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can beat that strumming pattern literally into your head, program it into your brain, and it'll help you play that song because it's the same thing over and over and over again. This exercise also allows you to play along with one rhythm. If you don't have a metronome, or if you're playing in a band and you don't have a drummer, sometimes the pace of your playing can change. That's why it's great to practice with a metronome so you can get an idea of what the same rhythm is to the beat over and over and over again. Right now we're at 69 beats per minute. You can even turn it up really fast and turn this into a complex strumming exercise. So watch this. Let's turn it up to, let's do 92. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's go even faster. Let's go to 128, 126. Let's go really fast. That's 176 right now. Let's go to 208. This is as fast as the metronome on Metronome Online will go. Let's give it a try, okay? I got a little bit carried away there. I wasn't playing the exact strumming pattern, but if I was, it would sound like this. Before I have a seizure, I'm going to stop. Hopefully, this gives you some cool ideas to kind of elaborate on your practice sessions and turning one simple song that revolves around one chord progression into a bunch of fun exercises. At the end of the day, when we practice, it's funny to me when I see people practice to just, you know, a basic running up a scale, or it's funny to me when I see someone practice to a very monotonous, boring, non-musical practice routine. It's just not any fun. When you make your practice exercises musical, that's when music really starts to get fun. And you come up with new things. You find new ideas. You teach yourself things. It's really cool to see. This has been a practice sesh video for Four Non-Blondes What's Up. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is kind of just a chance for me to give back to you guys and just teach you little nuggets here and there on your thought process as a musician and how to play the guitar and how to come up with exercises. So I really hope you guys liked it. If this is what you like, please give me some feedback. These are a new kind of lesson that I'm trying to do. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you thought. Please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button. Is this helping? Do you not like it? Should I focus more on songs? Tell me what you want. This is for you. Everything I do is for you. Thank you so much. You guys make this channel possible. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys on the next guitar lesson. Thanks.